So good morning, very good morning, students. As of now, we have completed Unit 1, and in Unit 1, we have discussed about PHP programming language. So that is one of the technology, that is the server-side scripting language, right? And in today's lecture, we will discuss about Unit 2. In the Unit 2, the basic content of the Unit 2 is which covers basic HTML tags, there is a common HTML tags, and about XML here, right? In XML, what are the basic XML tags, and how to define the XML document structure, and what is GTD, what is these kinds we will discuss here, right? So the entire unit covers about HTML, and which also includes some CSS concepts, and then XML concepts here. So first, let us discuss about HTML. So what is meant by HTML, right? So next, HTML, basically it is a client-side technology which is used for designing of the web pages, right? So HTML stands for it's a hypertext markup language here. So here is a standard markup language for creating web pages, right? So many websites, right? So first, when you open the web page, websites here, first one web page will appear here. So that web page is basically designed with HTML, including CSS, right? And HTML also describes structure of a web page here. So and which deals about presentation of the data here, right? How the data has to be presented in web pages, right? And HTML consists of series of elements. Elements are nothing but basically tags, right? HTML elements tell browser how to display the content. Basically, when these elements, HTML elements, will tell to the browser how a content, any data has to be displayed in the web page. HTML elements label pieces of content such as this is a heading, this is a paragraph, like this, right? Next. So this is one simple HTML document you can see here, and here this HTML document simply displays my first heading, my first paragraph message in web page, right? So let us discuss about each and every element in this document. So first element is what here. You can see here, this is the first element, doc type. So this doc type defines this document is in HTML5, version 5 here. And similarly, second is HTML. So basically, these are called tags. Already I told you, HTML is series of elements. Element is nothing but tag here, right? So we can use the term element as well as we can use the term tag, right? So both we can use here. So sometimes when I explain here, sometimes I may use the term like tag or I may use the term element here. Both are same here. There is no difference here. So that is first element is HTML. So this is the every HTML document must begins with the root element. The root element is what? HTML. HTML is the root element of every HTML page. And similarly, second, head element. So which element contains a meta information about the HTML page. So when you open the web page, immediately on top of the page, okay, in the bar, so there is a title of the page. The title can be displayed by using like that is the heading of the web page, right? Similarly, we have the title page, title element. So this title element specify the title for any HTML page, right? So that is I'll show you output also. And then basically within the head, you may write the title tag, that is a title element, and you can close the head element, right? So once you close the head element, then body element will begin. So this is the whatever actual content which you want to display in web page. So that you have to put within the body tag, right? So body tag beginning, this is the body tag beginning here, right? So and this is the body tag close here. So basically, see, closing tag is represented by forward slash here, and opening tag is there is no forward slash, right? So in between we have the two tags, that is H1, okay, and P. H1 represents header tag, right? You can say the element H1 defines a large heading. Basically, there is a subscript value 1, 2, 3, 4. That is H1, H2, H3, H4. So 1 represents it is a large element, 2 represents smaller than, 3 again smaller, 4 again smaller. The font size which is displayed in web page, okay, will be changing based on the head tag, right? So that means if H subscript value is 1, so the font size will be bigger. If 2, small. There is a small change, there is some reduction in font size here. 3 again reduction, 4 again reduction. Okay, so like when subscript value increases, the size of the font decreases. That is the difference, right? Next, another one is paragraph tag here. So my first paragraph. So this is the content. So here the content you want to place between head open tag and head closing tag here, so which will display the message in the web page, my first heading here. So with H1 element defines a large heading here, and next one is paragraph tag. See, paragraph tag is ended with the point here, right? That is the full stop, we can say. So here P represents a paragraph tag, and whatever paragraph, what is the content, whatever content you want to write in the paragraph, that you have to place between the paragraph tag. This is the opening of the paragraph tag, and here is closing of the paragraph tag here, right? So in between my first paragraph will stop here, so I will close the paragraph, right? So this is every opening tag, that for opening tag there is no slash here, but for closing tag there must be forward slash, right? And after this, then we have to close the body tag, then we have to close the root element, that is an HTML element, right? This is a small simple HTML document. You can see the output for this one also, right? Next, so what is an HTML element basically, and how to see the output of any HTML document? It is not required any compiler, not required any interpreter. Simply create one HTML document, save it with .html extension, right? Like how you save the .c program, .php program, right? If you create a welcome program code in PHP, you will save it as a welcome.php or some xyz.php. Here you have to save it as .html here, and simply open in the browser. It is not required any compiler, nothing is required here. Simply you can open into the browser. In any browser, you can run your HTML code here. Okay, so then you can see the output. Now you can see what is an HTML element. Element is nothing but tag, already explained, right? HTML element is defined by a start tag, some content, and end tag. That is, which will be having starting element, ending element. In between, there is some content which is to be displayed in the web page here. That depends upon the type of tag, right? So you can see this basic structure. This is the tag name. That is the beginning tag name, which can be HTML, which can be body or head tag. In previous example, you have seen. And here you have to write the content, whatever content you want to display in the page, that you have to write here. And then it is the closing of the tag. So it is the beginning of the tag and it is the closing of the tag. So you can observe here there is a forward slash, right, between opening and closing tag. But here for opening tag there is no forward slash, but closing tag there is a forward slash. So here the element is everything from the starting tag to the ending tag. You can see these are the examples. See, this is the basic structure of HTML document. Every HTML document structure will be like this here. Already explained in simple HTML. So this is root element, right? So this is a root element is having what here? HTML tag. That is HTML element. Within this, it is having two parts. One is the heading part and body part, right? Heading part is represented by head tag, right? That is head tag, and head tag again it is having one part, that is a title, so which is representing the page title here. So title, page title. So here it is having title tag. Within the head tag, you have to write the title tag. So that the title tag opening, and whatever page title you want to give, here you have to give here, and then close the title tag. Then finally close the head tag, right? So within the head tag, you have to use the title tag. This title tag tells the title of the web page. Tells the title of the web page. So after closing the head tag here, then you have to go for the body tag, right? So this is the body tag which we use to the body tag contains the actual content which is to be displayed in the web page. Okay. So how you want to design the web page? So all tags that you have to use within the body tag. So that is what it is a major part of the HTML document here. Body tag open. Here, this is the content. You can use any tags within the body tag here. So this is H1 heading tag. So which displays some message here, and paragraph tag and paragraph tag. Okay, opening and closing. Open a paragraph tag, opening and closing. Opening and it is having one heading, two paragraphs. Finally, close the body tag. After closing the body tag, and then you have to close the HTML tag. That is root element you have to close. Root tag you have to close. As a root element, we can call our root tag. Right? So this is the basic structure of every HTML document. Right? The standard rules you have to follow while creating the HTML pages. Now, so let us see the common elements or common tags in HTML which are useful in order to design any web pages, right? So these are some list of common tags here: list tag, table tag, images tag, forms tag, and frames tag, right? As there are many tags are there, but as per your syllabus, okay, this is frame. So these are common tags which we use, and these are there in your syllabus, right? Next, go for the. Let us discuss about list element in detail. So what the list element will do? So list allows web developers to group a set of related items in the list, right? So you can place a list of elements. Suppose if you want to prepare a list of food items, right? So you can use the list tag here. So all food items will be in a list here, right? So in these there are various subtags for the list tag here. So here there is a tag description. UL defines an unordered list. That means the list which you want to display may be ordered or unordered, right? So that may be sorted in unsorted order, right? So UL, that is an unordered list here. OL, that is another tag which is for displaying the list in ordered list here. There is in sorted order here. Next, LI defines a list item. Basic. This is the basic tag here. LI is the basic tag for the list here, and these are some UL, OL. These are some represents the type of list here, whether ordered list or unordered list. Next, DL. DL defines a description list here. So for each item in the list, okay, there may be the description, right? Next, DT defines a term in a description list here, right? So if there is a description list, for each description list, you can specify a particular term, right? DD describes the term in description list here, right? In detail about each one, we will see. See, this is one example, ordered and unordered HTML list example. You can see here. I'm using first one, doc type HTML, and this is the document type represents this HTML5 version in which we have to use it, but it is not mandatory in all the cases. This is the root element. Every HTML document begins with HTML root element. The head tag is an optional. It is not mandatory here. You may specify or you may simply ignore it here. Okay, here in this HTML document, I am not using head tag here. but here I'm using body tag here. So within the body tag, I'm using heading S2 and another HTML list for representing this one, that one here. So this is UL. UL is nothing but what? Unordered list here. And list items I'm specifying here: coffee, tea, milk, and then close the unordered list here. So this is, we can use li list tag as a sub tag of UL, unordered list here, right? So then you have to close this UL tag. Next, ordered list. We can use this is an S2, the second heading, ordered HTML list, OL, ordered list here. Again, we can use the list tag. So this list tag represents the list of items here, right? So whatever item should be there in the list tag, that we have to represent in the list, that we have to represent by using list tag here. I'm using list here. So li, so coffee, closing of the li. So this is one of the item in list. Tea is another item. Milk is another item. Finally, we have to close the OL, order list tag here. So then finally we have to close the body tag. Then finally we have to close the HTML, right? So you can see the output now of this previous code. So H2 we have seen an unordered HTML list here, and the list items are coffee, tea, milk. Similarly, we have the ordered HTML list here, again coffee, tea, milk, right? So because the elements are already in order here, so there is no, you are not seeing any difference here. But if you use more items here, there some elements are in sorted order, some elements are unsorted order, right? So that means when you use the ordered list, elements will be in sorted order. When you use the unordered list, elements are not in a sorted order, right? So next, HTML description list here. A description list is a list of terms with a description of each item here. So for every item, there is a description here, right? So here you can see DL, description list here. That is a description list tag, defines the description list. DD, the tag defines the term, and DD defines tag, describes each term, right? So in detail we will see in the next slide. You can see here how we can use a DD here. See, we are using again document, HTML root element, body tag, H2, that is heading tag. Next, DL, right? So description list here, and DT, this is description tag, and DD, description block or drink, and next DT, milk, DD, white color drink. You can see in the output here. So basically, DT, description tag is coffee here, right? So then what is the description about this coffee? This is DD tag which we are using, block or drink. You can see the description about block or drink here. This is the description about description tag here. This is this item here. So about coffee, the description you can display here by using DD tag here. So this is by using DD tag. Similarly, again DD tag here, milk. Description about the milk is DD tag. That is white cold drink here, right? So white, basically white color drink here. There's small mistake in this. So then white color drink. Then finally we have to close the. This is DL. Description list you have to close. Body close. HTML close. Right. So you can see the output about a relation. Right. Next. Similarly, unordered HTML list, choose list item marker here. So list style tag property is used to define the style of list item marker. So there is a one property. Simply we can see an attribute here, so that we can use. It can have one of the following values. You can see here. So these are values here. This is the description about here. These are properties we can see. This circle, square, none. Right? So you can see here sets the list item marker to a bullet. So that means the list will be the list will appear with bulletins, just like a dot coffee, dot, tea, like that here. Next, circle. Sets the list item marker to a circle. The list items will appear just like a circle. Square. Sets the item marker to a square. So basically, here sets the list item marker to circle means basically beside the list item, first a description. Marker to bullet means it is a dot here, black color. And if you set the circle here, which is circle, left side. Square means the square box will appear beside the list item. None, the list item will not be marked here. Default will be taken. So you can see here in this unordered list and ordered list. So here we are using attributes. So unordered list style is equal to list style type, list style type, and what is the description here? This is disk here. That means dot will appear here. Block or dot will appear here. Here you can see the circle, right? So UL basically style is an attribute of the list tag here. Basically, every tag will have some properties. We can also call it as attributes here. So the property is what here? Style here, list style type is circle here. So this property specifies description about that particular tag here, right? So again, list coffee tea milk here, and we can also use list type equal to square now, coffee tea milk, and here is none. So style attribute we are using list type none here. You can see the next, the output of this code here. You can see here. First one is what is the description here? Disk. Beside coffee, there is a dot, block color tag, dots are there. You can see all block color dots. Next here we are using circle bullets. So you can see here all circles are there. Here we are using square bullets. Style type, list style type. Now all squares here. Next, without bullets. So nothing is there, only list items are displayed. Right? So here the type attribute of order list tag defines a type of list item marker here. That also we can use here. Type equal to 1, type equal to A, type equal to A, type equal to I, type equal to small I. So this we can use here. So type equal to 1 means list items will be numbered with numbers. That is a 1, coffee, 2, like tea, 3, some milk, like this here. Similarly, type equal to A means here the list items are ordered here. So A, coffee, B, tea, like this, which will display here. So the type equal to capital N means capital A, coffee, capital B, tea, capital C, milk here. Similarly, type equal to small a means small a, coffee, small b, tea, like that, which will display here. Here, Roman numbers also you can specify here. So that is type equal to I means and type equal to small I also you can specify. So in this you can see here order list attribute type simply OL type equal to 1. 1 means all list items are numbered. 1 coffee, 2 tea, milk, 3 milk here. Here is type equal to A means A coffee, B tea, C milk here. Like this which will here. Again OL type is an attribute specifies the order number, right? So like this here. Next. You can see the output of this one. See. First one is list. 1 coffee, 2 tea, 3 milk. Here is A, B, C. List item beside. Identify A, B, small a, B, C. Roman numbers 1, 2, 3 here. Again, I 1, 2, 3, small I like this. Right? Next, this is about go back. So this is about one of the tags, that is list tags. In next class, we will discuss about table tags. Thank you.